Close your eyes and listen to that sound. It's the sound of hope and devotion. But for others, it's the sound of opportunity. Every morning in a temple in South India, a man opens a box filled with crores of rupees. But only half of it makes to the books. The rest, it simply vanishes. I couldn't sleep at night knowing where that money was really going. What if I told you your mother's 100 rupee offering or your 500 rupee contribution for your future is funding one of the world's most sophisticated criminal enterprise? What if I told you your private faith is filling one of the India's most public, most profitable and most untouchable business empire? A business that pays no tax. A business that is so powerful that even the government is afraid to touch it. Welcome to God Incorporated, and today we are going inside. Lakshmi Devi, who belongs to a small village in Hospet in Karnataka. Every day she used to wake up at 5 am and light all the diyas. Later on, she used to put 20 rupees in a small metal box which was kept in her kitchen. Lakshmi believed that if you give from a pure heart, God will take care of you. Every month, Lakshmi used to take 600 rupees which was saved in her metal box and walk 12 kilometers to a temple. She is a perfect customer. Perfect customer, you ask? Because she never asks any questions. She never wonders where her money goes. She simply believes. Lakshmi is one of 970 million people who donate to religious organizations. But here is the hard fact. 70% of the money that is credited is cash, and nobody can track that. Here is what happened. Lakshmi borrowed 50,000 rupees at an 18% interest from a local vendor for a special festival season. She borrowed that money so that her son would get a job. But you know what the fun fact here is? Her son is still searching for a job. Let me tell you about a place where Lakshmi and millions of people's money flows. The 7 sacred hills in Andhra Pradesh, home to one of the richest entities in the world. Every day, lakhs of people climb these hills. Every day, crores of rupees come into this temple. Behind the ancient faces, there lies a corporate empire. Computer terminals track investments. Land acquisitions records are sent to senior executives. This operates like a Fortune 500 company. Controls over 2.5 lakh worth crores of rupees, which is more than the GDP of Bangladesh. It is also more than Infosys, which is one of the biggest IT companies in India. They employ 14,000 people per year. They run hospitals, universities and hotels. They even auction human hair for 176 crore per year. How humane is that? The hair you donate as an offering to God, it is sent to wig manufacturers in China and Europe. And you might be wondering, who controls this? This is Andhra Pradesh government. Bureaucrats and politicians run this, but people believe this is God's domain. Just the beginning. Have you heard of Kerala? It controls over 1.2 lakh crores worth of assets. Together, India's top temples control more wealth than most of the countries. And here is a catch. They pay zero tax. But the real story isn't about temples collecting money. It's about what happens to the money after people leave. In a small town in Uttar Pradesh, a man named Changur Baba had built a small religious organization. He preached about peace, helped the poor and built schools. But what he did later will definitely shock you. The money was supposed to fund charitable work. Instead, it funded a massive religious conversion racket. The operation had code words like Mitti Palatna for conversion and Kajal Lagana for brainwashing. There was a red diary hidden in Baba's office. It had names of the politicians who had received 90 lakhs during state elections.
उत्तर प्रदेश के बलरामपुर जिले से गिरफ्तार छांगुर बाबा उर्फ जलालुद्दीन के हिंदू धर्म की लड़कियों का मुस्लिम धर्म में धर्मांतरण कराने के आरोप को लेकर हर रोज नए खुलासे हो रहे हैं।
Do you know what was the most chilling discovery? This operation targeted widows, lower caste people, and people who were desperate for money. The conversion rates were like a price list. Rupees 10 lakh for a general category girl and 15 lakh for the upper caste. So why does this system continue? The answer lies in 2019 Uttar Pradesh elections. A single speech from this guru was credited with 2 million votes. Politicians understand this power. They showcase religious leaders like kingmakers because they are kingmakers. But this relationship demands a price and protection. The IT department never rates these institutions. Out of 2,866 educational institutions, not even one has been rated till now. This isn't competence, it's design. The system is built to look the other way. A senior IAS officer received a call from CM's office within 24 hours of starting the investigation of temple irregularities. You know what happened next? The investigation got postponed. The message was very clear. Some institutions are very tough to touch, but sometimes the protection fails, and when it does, the truth emerges. Priya spent 15 years believing Rahim Singh was a god. She lived in his fortress like a queen. That was a city within a city which had schools, cities and offices. We called it heaven on earth, but inside it was a hell. Rahim had built a 300 crore empire with 60 million followers. But behind the walls of his ashram, the former devotees revealed something more horror than ever. Rape, forced castrations and assassinations used to take place.
Trouble seems to be mounting for Gurmeet Singh. Another FIR against the rape convict, and a case has been registered in Punjab's Jalandhar.
Rahim was convicted and sent to jail, but his followers still believe him and his empire still runs. His followers still send him money. When you believe someone is God, questioning them feels like questioning yourself. Priya's parents donated their land to that ashram, believing that they were living in God's place. What a foolish thinking this is. Priya now works in Delhi as a security guard, struggling to pay medical bills of her parents because her parents sold that land. The network of this system reaches far behind India, far behind borders, connecting to a global network of faith-based finance. In Dubai's financial district, investigators have traced money flowing through shell companies from Singapore and London. The money travels through multiple sources, making it impossible to trace it. These types of stories repeats across India. In Andhra Pradesh alone, 87,000 acres of temple land had been acquired. But what are they doing with that? That's an area larger than Mumbai. So let me tell you, here is exactly what happens with temples. Temples lease their land to shell companies at below market rates. Those shell companies develop that land and sell at the market price. The profit that is made, that directly goes into pockets. By the time the court decides, the original encroachers have sold the land multiple times. The temple cannot sell the land without the consent of the government. This is a crime. But what temple does, it is completely opposite. The law becomes just words on paper. So what about the agencies that are meant to stop this? Even they are eating money. Cases are filed, raids are done, and then media celebrates their action. What happens next? You clearly know that. But behind the scenes, there is a harsh reality. There are over 7,000 cases that CBI has investigated, but still they are pending. Over 349 cases are still pending over 20 years. When ED attached 13 crores from Changur Baba's associate, headlines called it victory. But in reality, it was a scam of 100 crores. It is not just individual scams. The whole system is designed to enable corruption, but in front of you, it looks like there is no corruption at all. After knowing all this, Lakshmi's thought changed. Her grandmother told her to give from pure heart. But what if pure hearts are exploited? Lakshmi's faith in God is still the same, but her trust in men is definitely changed. Here is the uncomfortable truth that this investigation forced us to confront. This system exists because we allow it to exist. The choice is ours. all of ours. We can continue feeding this machine with our silence and blind devotion. Your faith is sacred and protecting it is your responsibility. I am Manish signing off from Black Track Documentary.